Hey there folks, once again. Hey, this is my 2026 yvolt Surge V, and I've been pumping out the videos. Just my interest is in the bike. It's brand new and I'm just doing some things to it. And why not make a video and put it online and try to be helpful to other people? That's at least that's my goal. But today, I have a little modification that I'm going to do. I really felt that this Surge V needed something. The whole package is pretty well, especially the Supermoto wheels and tires. I'm loving my tires that come with this bike from yvolt. It really is a pretty fantastic on-road bike. And fun and enjoyable, and I get a lot of enjoyment riding around, maybe in the evening times and at night, not so much during the day because it's so hot. But yep, so here's what I have. And I don't usually buy this brand name stuff because it's crazy expensive. And that depends on who you are and how much money you have. But Warp 9, I was buying Warp 9 products like 5 or 6 years ago, and they weren't nearly as expensive when they were new. And I bought some of those parts for my Sur-Ron Light B that's 75 miles per hour, all kinds of modifications on it. You can check that channel part out. But I bought this for this bike, and I'm going to tell you up front, unless things just change crazy down the line, I'm not going to buy a lot of parts for this one. I'm going to keep it pretty much the way it is. But the bars needed to be changed. The factory bars on this yvolt Surge V, they're really long and they're not tapered up very much, and it feels kind of stink buggish. I mean, it's not a terrible feel, but I just feel that I'd be a little bit happier if I had the bars up a little bit more, and that just depends on each individual. So these bars, even though they were like $109, they caught my attention. They're powder coated white. They're gorgeous. And I love the white theme of the Surge V. So I want to continue. I just thought, man, it's all black up here on the handlebars. How much better it would be with these white bars. And these are 3-inch riser bars. And just like the Surge V, well, here's the package. Here's how they come, just to show you in a long, clear package, warp9.com. Really fast shipping, blown away, like 3 days to get to my house. I mean, yeah, I did pay some, $5 or $10, maybe $10 shipping, but most of the time I don't pay shipping on almost everything I buy, but sometimes you got to pay shipping. Have the and screw in bar ends, and a lot of bars don't have that. The yvolt factory bars have the insert that screws on right there, and it's it's aluminum. These are aluminum and they're very replaceable, very cheap. So, if you fall over or you fall over often, you can replace those, but they thread into the end of the bar. So a lot of cool things have come around, in the last, 20 years or 30 years when I, 35, 40 years when I started doing this. A lot of innovative, cool things in the last 10 years. But we're gonna put these on and it's gonna look just fantastic, in my opinion. I've been holding off on buying things because everything has gotten pretty expensive, and it's just, this bike was already nearly $7,000, just on $1 away from $7,000 or something. So, I just got to be careful with how I spend money. But these are going to be really cool. And it's really going to lighten up this cockpit, I believe. And these are just really gorgeous bars. Again, these are powder coated. Are these bars better than 99 or 50% of the other bars? Likely not. Is this going to hold up better in a crash? Hopefully I don't crash. I don't crash very often. Who knows? But it's a good looking bar, and so I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger, and we're going to install it now. I'm not going to make you sit through that, but the bars don't fit. The space between here and here is much smaller. It won't even fit in the clamps. And as you can see, the yvolt standard bars, how wide they are in the center, a lot more distance, flat space right here, clamping area. That's unfortunate. I love these bars, the look of them, and I'm gonna have to return them and see if they have another size in white. If not, we'll just see what we're gonna do. All right, conclusion is, this is pretty much more of a full-size motorcycle than a Sur-Ron or any of the popular other smaller bikes. You know, considered e-moto bikes. I don't consider this a little small motocross bike like these, like the Sur-Ron and the Talaria and the E-Ride and the 10 other bikes that are out now that compete in this range. But yeah, so these Warp 9 bars that were $119 with shipping would definitely fit on my Sur-Ron, and my Ducati looks like it's more of the bars, even though these are smaller diameter. They have the width there at the bar clamps to actually fit on that. So I sent in to Warp 9 and asked them, you know, politely, I said, hey man, can y'all consider making some parts for the Surge V, the yvolt Surge V? Because there's pretty much nothing out there that's available. It would be really cool to get, you know, an oversized 170 millimeter front rotor and caliper bracket. Warp 9 makes stuff like that, and bars and wheels and foot pegs. And I don't know, I don't think this really needs different foot pegs, but it definitely could use a taller bar, in my opinion, and probably a lot of people will agree with that, for the yvolt Surge V. So these have got to go back, and hopefully maybe they'll produce some bars that specifically fit this bike, because I don't want to order more bars and have them not work. And yeah, that's the conclusion. More real motorcycle parts on this bike right here, motorcycle, versus the Sur-Ron, the smaller, you know, this is more, I guess, you know, more Light B, Sur-Ron Light B. All the components that usually fit the Sur-Ron Light B are probably going to be able to fit this. So little small bike and the mid-sized bike up to the full motocross bikes. This is the parts that this shares with the larger motorcycle. So thanks for watching. You know, tune in for future videos, and I appreciate it again, people watching, and hopefully my channel will become a little bit more popular, and more people will view some of this content. Pretty cool motorcycle.